In this episode, we venture off the beaten path to discover secret campsites along the stunning North Saskatchewan River. How is everybody doing this morning? I'm excited, going out camping. I'm heading out to the Yucapac headquarters because I'm going to pick up Dave. Dave's truck has been, not working, so he's going to come out on this trip. He's going to sleep in the Gazelle, and I'm going to sleep in the rooftop tent. Thanks for coming. This is going to be a great time. Never been camping at this spot before, so it'll be a new experience. All right, we are here. Let's see if Dave is up. I think I see somebody back there. Oh, look at this. Hey, Case, how's it going, Case? Oh, he's a good puppy. Oh, yeah. Okay, we are taking off. Dave's deciding to use his Nissan, so that's gonna be good. It does need a little bit of repair work, so it's gonna be hopefully it'll hold together. Anyways, we're heading out. Started heading out. Dave was gonna gas up and then he forgot that he left the coffee pot on, and it's one of those coffee pots that if you don't turn it off, it doesn't turn off on its own. So yeah, so running back to get that done. There we go. Yep. Coffee pot's on. Bad coffee pot. Okay. Let's get out and get camping. I'm ready to get out, get into nature. It's that time. Let's do it. Close. All right, time to get on the road. Okay, met up with everybody again, and we are now heading out. Kind of a pain in the butt with that coffee pot, but oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Life goes that way. All right, we are heading out. We just passed the turnoff where quite a few years ago we had our first Overland, Alberta meetup. And it was kind of a mini run for the expo, I guess you could say. We had giveaways, we had a bunch of really cool stuff going. I was a little chilly, it was like -14 overnight, but everyone had a blast. We had one of the biggest campfires I think I've ever seen, and yeah, it was hot. It kept everyone nice and warm. It was pretty neat. Anyways, that was, I guess, the warm-up to the expo, the AOA expo. So yeah, a little bit of history there for you.
North Saskatchewan River is a long river. Its headwaters are right near the Alberta-BC border, right in the Great Divide, and it goes all the way through Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and eventually the waters end up in the Hudson Bay. There are many ways you can access the North Saskatchewan River. For this particular adventure, we were actually going on a bunch of resource roads to get there. They kind of spider webbed throughout the whole area, so you had to kind of know where you're going in order to get to this particular spot. On the way through, I did notice there were a lot of offshoot trails to be explored. I was marking down in my GPS quite a few different areas I wanted to come back, do some exploring. There are a lot of trails and crossroads in this area. Some of the roads were a little more easily run than others. Others were a little bit more basic. And of course, because there was so much rain, some were pretty muddy as well. Some of the trails that would shoot off were pretty narrow and looked pretty muddy, so you definitely want to bring somebody with you, or at least have some good recovery gear like a winch. We had finally reached our turnoff. Man, I was looking forward to setting up camp. The trail started to get a little muddier. And it was right about here I realized just how slippery this clay gets when it's wet.
Right now, right there, that's insanity.
Maybe turn around and find another spot.
Well, so at the bottom there, you're gonna come up to two really deep holes.
Yeah.
And the problem is this is all skag.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So in the grassy area there, it's grass, but then there's they have these giant holes of skag, and they're just natural spots on the side of the river where when that river breaks, the water overflows the bank and then it sits in those bowls and just keeps that water inside that giant pothole. And then you get brush that grows over it, and then you're driving through the grass and you think it's a good safe spot, and then all of a sudden you sink.
Boop, in you go.
Which is exactly what I did in the spring here about 2 years ago.
Ah.
But yeah, so it's gonna be quite muddy. But there is a grassy area in the corner.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna turn around, if we don't want to risk it just based on the truck, we can turn around up here, go off onto the side here, and then just climb back up the hill. Yeah, and the only problem, if it wasn't clay mud,
yeah, oh yeah,
it'd be less of a problem.
Jay, it's
But it's all clay mud, so
yeah.
it just bungs up your tires. And
oh yeah, for sure.
if it rains, and it looks like rain,
Yeah, we got a thunderstorm warning.
this becomes a a clay mud waterfall.
Yep.
So too bad there's no way to turn that. The clay mud waterfall.
No, that's, you can see if it's running.
Oh yeah, she's got.
From our little walk, we had to ascertain that it wasn't as deep as it had originally looked. It looked really bad when we got there, but really it wasn't that bad. So Dave decided to go first, as he had a winch. If we needed to pull him out, we definitely could. I could bring my truck down and he can anchor off the truck if need be. Dave's previous experience sinking his truck into the skag hole up to his quarter panels, made us a little bit hesitant coming in here. But once we initially drove through, it was fine. It was a little deep in a couple spots, but honestly, it wasn't really that big a challenge.
All right, not bad, not bad. Yeah, it gets a little mucky over there. Yeah, she gets really deep right there. All right, Dave's gonna head back up to see what type of traction we have getting out of here. It's not as bad as it looks. It's just if you don't have really good tires, you will spin.
Time to drive my big, heavy, full-size truck down.
Not bad, not bad. So we should be able to get out of here just fine, as long as that storm right there doesn't unleash on us. Otherwise, it is going to be fun getting out of there.
Come up right beside me, Jane. Then when we put the awning out,
Oh yeah, that'll
we
work.
have like a little,
Sure.
like we did that winter camping that one year.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We're gonna be making a shelter. You're quite a ways out. You're 8 foot, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so finally got to camp. We're gonna set up. Looks like there's a storm that may be going through, which may make that hill coming in a little bit fun when we leave tomorrow. And there's Dave. All right, let's get set up. I'm bringing out the mosquito coils because, damn, they be out in force today. But yeah, beautiful spot, and on a nice, real beautiful arm of the river here. Check this out. Yeah, she's beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better spot. This tent, yeah, it's been well used, very well used. It's got cracks. And tonight, it's gonna be my home. The tent poles, or the struts, they're all weak now, so it doesn't stay up very well. So I ended up getting curtain rod, and that'll hold it upright. I might fix it, who knows. This tent's going to one of my boys, I think. Who knows what I'll put on this truck next, right? There's so many different options out there. I mean, I could put a Yucca pack on it. Who knows? I guess you'll just have to pay attention to the channel, see what I do for the next part of my build on the truck. There, all set up. And because we have all these mosquitoes out, and make sure the mosquito screen comes down. I hate sleeping when the tent's full of mosquitoes. Do you guys remember that time on the Four Corners where I had all those mosquitoes inside the Jeep? That was brutal. I would like to not do that again. Dave remembers. Don't you, Dave?
Remember you screaming a lot at night?
Yeah, I sure did. That was I know it wasn't a good night, but it was good times, man. That was good times.
It's where the memories come from.
It is. It's where the memories come from. Sometimes things happen that, you know, you can't control. You just got to roll with it. Anyways, tent's up. I'm hungry. I am going to grab some food. Thanks for watching.
Almost immediately as soon as we took.
Well, camp was set up. I grabbed a quick bite to eat, and Dave was going to grab his fishing poles and go fishing.
You ever got some good fish out of here?
I've got both a nice. I picked a couple of nice browns out of here. Yeah.
Nice. See if we can catch dinner.
I have only ever caught one fish at a time here, but I've always caught a fish.
That's cool.
Now that I've said that out loud, though, it's probably not going to be the case. But it's always exclusively been trout too. I've never pulled.
So no sharks?
Well, no blue sharks. No pike, no walleye.
No pike, no walleye.
No whites. No gold eyes. I'm sure they're here, but I haven't pulled any out.
This campsite was pretty remote. The only thing that we did see was a couple of jet boats running up the river. I kept noticing that there was a little bit of a hidden trail that kind of took off from where we were camped. I wanted to go and follow it.
It's kind of nice, actually. As you're coming through, got little campsites off to the side with fire rings. This is a little off camber up here. See if they pushed the road through or not. Yeah, I think so. I think they pushed it around the side. If I had my Jeep, I'd come back here. Truck is a little too wide for this one.
I really do enjoy exploring, finding new campsites, finding new trails. And this one, I'm going to have to check it out when I get my Jeep back.
They did. They pushed it through. Look at this. And this will meet up with the trail on the other side. That's cool. A little bit of a swampy mud hole back there. Got the river up to the side over here. Oh yeah, they put in a little bridge. How about that?
There was a whole area back here to explore. Plus, there were some little side trails that would take off from this trail as well. Looks like definitely a future trip.
I gotta come back here with the Jeep. Yeah, this is cool. This is a neat little trail back here. So you keep following the trail and it brings you out into this beautiful little beach right over here. Got the river. This would be a really nice place to camp. And there's fire rings over here, so somebody else thought that same idea. Yeah, the trail keeps pushing through. Gets a little overgrown in here, but we come out on the convergence, and that's where I was seeing the jet boats coming straight through here. That's cool. It's a pretty sweet little spot in here.
Well, after doing a little bit of adventuring, we decided to go back and cook some dinner. We had some pretty good plans for dinner. I was hungry, so I was all in.
There we go. All right. I should have brought more vegetables. So I didn't get any expo spice from the expo. Dave is well stocked. That's awesome. Well, we're gonna eat like kings and spiced up to the nines with expo spice. Love it. Well, this butter is garlic infused. This is gonna be great. I can feel myself getting fat right now. Okay, go for it. Ooh, mashed potatoes are coming. Oh, that's awesome. Spice overload.
Season your food.
All right, potatoes are going in. Ooh. Not gonna lie, that looks delish. So, ham, mashed potatoes, some vegetables, some pork chops, all brought together with expo spice.
I really like doing dishes when I'm camping.
Well, these potatoes, hey, get away from my food. These potatoes look really good. Oh man, those are good.
Idaho.
What a beautiful little field of flowers. This is amazing. But the real reason why I'm over here is, what are you guys eating?
Pork chops.
Pork chops. Hey, that's like us too.
And salad.
And look at this, Expo Spice. I'm the only guy who doesn't have any.
This is what I love about trips like this, where we find hidden little gems that, you wouldn't find unless you came out here. You have great food, and you have great conversation deep into the night. Man, what a beautiful trip this turned out to be. Beautiful good morning. Yeah. I love sleeping by a river. Love that time in the morning when you get up, nobody else is around, and you can just peacefully connect with nature.
Morning coffee. It's hot, but it's good. Good morning. Thanks.
How weird would that be?
Alexa, turn on Sony TV. Okay.
Alexa, bring in Overcast. Alexa, stop the rain.
Click.
Got some eggs. We got some pieces of meat. We got some hash browns.
You call me a piece of meat?
You piece of meat, yeah. You know, you're marketable. You're a marketable piece of meat.
What an absolutely amazing breakfast. End of another beautiful camping trip. We're just packing up, getting ready to head out and head back home for the day. So slept in the rooftop tent, which was good. It still does what it needs to do, but I want to take that next evolution in my camping setup. So I am trying to figure out how I should be doing that. So I'm probably thinking the Yucca pack might be maybe the next level, especially for the truck. And then when I get my Jeep back, once it's fixed, and then use it with the Gazelle tent, then I have two separate ways to get out there with the vehicles. Anyways, if you have any suggestions, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. There's a lot of different camping setups out there, so I'd like to hear what your experiences are with them. Anyways, we're gonna head out of here, head through that muddy steep climb and through that mud hole and get the heck out of here. Thanks for joining in, everybody.